going brazen.
All that fake shit, can see it in the skies. They like to tell the truth and they gon' mix it with some lies. I'd rather be alone than let them plot on my demise. Ain't gotta ask if I'm real, you can see it in my eyes, yeah. All that fake shit, can see it in the skies. They like to tell the truth and they gon'.
What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Fineo back in this thing with another freaking video. And today we got the second game for the game wager for 2K. Me and my brother playing, and I told y'all I was gonna come out with another video with this, man. Y'all ain't get it to 100, but y'all got it to like 60 some views, and that's good enough for me, honestly. I just want to keep putting out stuff for y'all to be able to see. So yeah, man, so make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into this video. Make sure y'all follow all social medias down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, if you new, just comment down below and say I subscribe. And I promise you, I'll give you a shout out on my Instagram. Also, you guys, in this video, we did not start the recording at the tip off. So don't get confused and think like we missed some parts, because y'all didn't really miss much. The quarter is only like 5 minutes. We started at 4:15. So if you get it confused, just, you know, remember that I said that we started it late. So sorry about that, but it is what it is. Yeah, man, let's get right into it. Dang.
I like how he pilfers it on occasion. Now, here's George. 11-point game his last outing. And it's George finishing it off. Oh, that's a major league throwdown. Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys. Here is Durant. Coming off 31 points last game. And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers ever played. But not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Outside for KD. Back to Harden. Nets passing it around. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game, and that one's good, short. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant is efficient as anything. I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing. Here's Williams, and they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play. You look at Williams, and he's rather slight in build, but he's got sneaky strength and terrific body control. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn, and then for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard, and it's Jackson in for Jordan. Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand. One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air. Landry Shamet checked in for the Nets. 1:41 left in the first quarter. A shot by Williams, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And that one's good, Shamet. Jackson with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. .114 left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets leading by 3. Time drives in. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim. You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside. Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's Shamet. Off target with his 3. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it. If I'm them, I try it. Kennard for three. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Outside, Brown. Outside, Jackson. And here is Zubac. And here's Morris for three. Oh, he gets it to go! Wow!
It counts!
Ringing the bell.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Nets out in front. They lead by 2.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Hey, setting the floor for the Clippers. The guard set is Beverly and George. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward position. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, down low. Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Harden the best to KD. Back to Harden. 5 on the clock. Durant against Leonard. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
Durant taking every last second there to get off his shot. These guys got a flair for the dramatic at times.
Outside, George. Now Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Fires from 14. George, no good. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense on that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Down low, Durant kicks it out to Harden. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. He's got 7.
And Harden is a laser, a straight-out gunner from deep. Has confidence in his long ball, and the defense has to get out on it from out there.
And stolen by Jordan. Leonard with the steal, and stolen by Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line.
No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. It's Durant on the wing, defended by Ibaka. The shot's good from Jordan.
It would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
George looking over the floor. Great D that time from Jordan.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And as expected, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Takes it out to Leonard. Launches a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to offer a shot.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And then for Los Angeles, Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for Kawhi Leonard. Brown the pass to Chioza. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Chioza's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Williams kicks to Kennard. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut back down to 3 after the basket from Williams.
I don't know if anybody has a more relaxed shooting motion. Williams very efficient and easy with that stroke.
Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Williams can't hit. Knocked away. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Let's see some numbers here on Kennard. How his last 10 games have went. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contribution.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Williams dishes to Morris. It's tipped. Shamet with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Let's take a look at the numbers for DeAndre Jordan. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Over to the left wing. Here's Luwawu. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 3. And it's out of bounds for the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. 51 seconds left in the first half. Outside Williams. Pass to Kennard. There's the 3.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
Shamet on the pass to Perry. Poked away. It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Perry. He's guarded by Williams. Count it.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's Jackson with the drive. Banked in off the glass.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Shamet. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? Well, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
The front court spot's filled by Harrison Durant. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 3. Durant with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Pocket against Durant. You know, winning that championship as you did great for UNLV. Many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No.
And, well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
From deep, George. With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field. Irving looking over the floor. Puts one up from 19. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 5. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. It'll be just the second of 7 away from home.
And finally, someone scores. Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Harden gets the bucket.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
A 3 from Leonard. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
KD passes to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. With it, it's Ibaka picking him up. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector. Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and time.
And George kicks to Ibaka. A 3-ball. Rebound, Brooklyn. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter. He can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move. He isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Ibaka outside. And it on the wing. It's up a 3. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
To the inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. And Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Williams. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. A different look for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jordan. Kennard against Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Jordan knocks it away.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
And it's sent back by Morris.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Nets leading by 6. Durant attacking. And here's Harris from the arc. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, a volume shooter, and Harden is aggressive and assertive at really trying to jumpstart himself. And when he does, watch out.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And it's Leonard missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Clippers trail by 11. Outside Leonard. Kennard on the wing. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his third assist on the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defender.
It's tipped. Williams finds Morris. A three from Leonard. With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Kennard's shot is off.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Williams passes to Leonard. Shoots over Shemp. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's
Got playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So for the Clippers right now, the guard set is Beverly and George. Pocket is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. Round inside, Ibaka on him. Perry passes to Brown. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Green with the block. Batum against Brown, and it's Paul George with the foul. That's his 5th foul.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. You got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Leonard, he's checked in for Zubac. And the Nets miss again. Clippers trail by 14. Leonard dishes to George. Here's Beverly from outside the arc.
And the shooting percentage, it's taken a dip in this second half.
George missing again. Brown outside. Now, here's Shamet, defended by Beverly, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And so it's Brooklyn with it. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
A shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he drives in and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's deflected, but they'll get another chance. Outside for George. It's stolen by Brown. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. No good on the three. Clippers trail by 11. Outside, George trains the three-pointer.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
It's Brown with the drive. Luwawu, the pass to Shannon. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Batum from downtown. And another three for the Clippers. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim as they challenged every shot. Also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfect. Don't let that slow you down. Let's stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
The shot by George, wide open. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside, KD. Outside, Irving. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Nets lead by 7. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Durant, the pass to Harris. And the Nets, another three.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Nets leading by 10. Durant dishes to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
You have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. Transcendent talent at the top. They could sign and job both of these future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school.
Go figure is right. Leonard kicks to George. There's 3 pointers off the mark. And here's Brooklyn. They're on an 11-3 run. Durant, the pass to Irving. Inside, Harris. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You know what, guys? You got to love his fearlessness there. I mean, Harris doing a nice job taking on the defense and finishing.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Clippers trail by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so by winning the first of 3 to play in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace up their sneakers against the Clippers.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for KD.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The shot by KD. No good. And here's George for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
Here's Irving. That's good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players,
Okay, y'all. Game 2 is over with right now. It's currently 2-0 my way. Bro said he not going though. He said he's still fighting. He said he ain't going for none of that. Bro, what you gotta say? He on one. He said he on me. We won too, but that ain't the series not over. We get this next game, and we'll talk about the next game after that. But comment down below whoever you think gonna win in this series before you even see the end of the video. Next game, game 3, gang.
Going brazen. All that fake shit, can see it in disguise. They like to tell the truth and they gon' mix it with some lies. I'd rather be alone than let them plot on my demise. Ain't gotta ask if I'm real, you can see it in my eyes, yeah. All that fake shit, can see it in disguise. They like to tell the truth.